common interests. And our Prime Minister has listed 5 E's as the basis for taking the relationship forward. The 5 E's are economy, education, energy, environment, and empowerment. If you think carefully, the bilateral relationship can grow exponentially if these 5 E's are focused on. Let me talk about the economy. We all know that towards the end of 2008, we began to witness a global meltdown. This meltdown started here in the United States, also Western Europe, but gradually the entire world was engulfed. India was not an exception. The world economy is so interconnected and intertwined that developing countries were very adversely affected. But because of very skillful management of the economy, we were able to ensure that from a 9% growth which we had been achieving, we still managed, despite the meltdown, to continue achieving a 7% rate of growth. Considering that many economies had been extremely badly hit, this rather modest downturn was, I think, a huge credit to the manner in which we had managed our economy in such difficult times. Last year, the economy grew by over 8%, and it is expected to grow by 8.5% this year. Of course, I understand the World Bank has challenged this figure. The World Bank feels that the economy will not grow by 8.5%, it will grow by 8.8%. I mention this only to highlight that we are a stable economy. And as the world's largest economy, it is only natural that the United States should take a keen interest in fostering closer economic relations with us. Indo-US trade last year in goods and services was about $69.5 billion. It would grow more this year. The US is the world's largest investor in India, has been for quite some time in the Indian equity market. And I think with the horizons now opening up, the prospects for expanding our bilateral trade in goods and services is going to go much, much further. What are these new horizons? First of all, I would have to turn to the other E which I referred to, energy. You all recall that towards the end of 2008, India and the United States signed what was called the Civilian Nuclear Cooperation Agreement. This opened up the doors for cooperation with India for all countries. Some other countries, like Russia and France, have already taken advantage of the new openings. In the US, things are being put into place, but I'm happy to state that recently a lot of issues have been ironed out, and the stage is set for very, very bright cooperation in the area of civilian uses of nuclear energy. There are other forms of energy cooperation which are, of course, always on the horizon. As a country which has abundant sunshine, we naturally want to develop solar energy. You are a world leader in that regard. We are also harnessing solar energy more and more for meeting our requirements. There is increasing dependence on other forms of energy, biofuels, wind energy, hydroelectric. So the possibility of the United States opening up new doors of cooperation with India in all aspects relating to energy development are immense. I would like to mention that both our countries are aware of the fact that till now the world has relied rather excessively on fossil fuels, but that this dependence has to end for a variety of reasons which I did not go into. But this fact that the age of fossil fuels should become a thing of the past, or at least our dependence on fossil fuels should decrease, is something that is widely recognized in both our countries. And we look forward to cooperating with the United States in all aspects relating to this extremely vital sector of our economy. As I said, another E was education. Already about 100,000 Indian students are studying in US universities. But what is significant is that India is now considering opening doors to foreign universities. We have recently piloted the Foreign Universities Bill. It's under discussion in Parliament. Once this goes through, there is going to be abundant opportunity for US universities to take advantage of the huge potential in the Indian market. Already a number of universities are engaging in dialogue with Indian partners, and I would like to encourage universities here in Ohio to also begin looking at possibilities there. Environment is an area of concern. I find that while we have broad agreement on most issues relating to environment, I think some of the fine print may still remain to be sorted out. We have our concerns. You have yours. But as two dialogue partners, I don't think that any difference cannot be ironed out. I do hope that cooperation between our two governments in this extremely important sector would be strengthened, because it is in our mutual interest to save the planet. I would like to underline that the per capita